Namaskar, I am your host Narayankar. Friends, today I came across a post written by Mr. Ravish Kumar of NDTV on his Facebook account, and it was quite a disgusting piece at a time when the journalist fraternity are mourning or paying condolences at the demise of Rohit Sardana, who passed away yesterday due to cardiac arrest while he was being treated for coronavirus, which he had been infected with. He wrote the post in Hindi, and he shamelessly used the demise of Mr. Sardana to launch a tirade against Narendra Modi, our Prime Minister, and his ministers. I was so angry after I read the pitch of the post and the language. I felt I had to reply. And I replied very candidly. Whatever abuses or uncivilized words which are quite common, I have used in the reply in English which I am comfortable with. Friends, I would like to read out my reply to Mr. Ravish Kumar's post on his FB account. I read, Mr. Ravish, you are a third-rate vulture journalist. You are using Rohit Sardana's demise to attack Narendra Modi and his ministers. You write that people have lost their lives and influential people are struggling to find a hospital, as also oxygen, ventilators and beds. Agreed, they are. But who is responsible, bhai? Show me one instance wherein a judge of any court has held responsible Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Instead, they have come down heavily upon chief ministers. For instance, the Delhi High Court has torn apart Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal and warned him for losing the power if he continues mishandling the corona pandemic situation in the capital of India. But you do not have any word against him. Neither you have a word against Chhattisgarh Chief Minister, who had banned the administration of Covaxin, nor against Sonia Gandhi controlled Uddhav Thackeray, who has miserably failed to contain COVID surge in Maharashtra. And also, no word against Captain Amrinder Singh, the Punjab Chief Minister, who is allegedly sitting on huge vials of vaccines. This has to be investigated. However, 90% of the Janata still have faith in our judiciary, and they are hopeful that all the chief ministers and ministers will be held accountable by the courts. And what type of award-winning journalist, Patrakar are you, Mr. Ravish? Don't you know who is to be held responsible within the parameters of Indian Constitution? The problem is that the rogue journalists like you are ignorant of the basic tenets of the Indian Constitution. You bloody write and talk like a politician. If you have courage and if you feel the central government or the Prime Minister of India is guilty of mishandling the COVID situation in India, please knock the doors of the courts. Instead of giving all nonsensical thoughts in the form of your write-ups, you won't, because the legal team of yours must have put some brains in your empty head. They must have enlightened you that health is not a central but a state subject. किसने तुझे मकसद से अवार्ड दिया है बे? नीच पत्रकार. Instead of telling us to come out of the lie, it is you who has to come out of it. People know who is lying and who is running the propaganda. This truth haunts you, which makes you a greedy lomadi, always in a hunt to pounce on issues that are inexistent. And you write, religion always annihilate politics. किसने मैक्से से अवार्ड दिया तेरे को? Even Mahatma Gandhi would have turned violent reading this nonsense. What freedom you are enjoying in free India, all is the Dain gift of the Bhagavad Gita, which Gandhiji practiced and used it to gain Indian independence. He himself used to call himself the Karma Yogi, a devotee of Krishna. And you raise questions on the link between politics and religion. Of course, you are an urban Naxal's Maoist ideology, which doesn't believe in God and religion. That's your problem. And you think you are sadhu by attacking Narendra Modi for everything. You become saint, a godly journalist, and you think others are Godi media. Whenever it is necessary to defend the government, we will defend it for the sake of this country. And whenever it is necessary to attack, we will do so, because we do not have a bloody agenda like you, the agenda of anti-Modi.
'Modi' is the agenda of anti-Modi. 'Modi' is the agenda of anti-Modi. 'Modi' is the agenda of anti-Modi. 'Modi' is the agenda of anti-Modi. 'Modi' is the agenda of anti-Modi. 'Modi' is the agenda of anti-Modi. 'Modi' is the agenda of anti-Modi. 'Modi' is the agenda of anti-Modi. 'Modi' is the agenda of anti-Modi. 'Modi' is the agenda of anti-Modi. 'Modi' is the agenda of anti-Modi. 'Modi' is the agenda of anti-Modi. 'Modi' is the agenda of anti-Modi. 'Modi' is the agenda of anti-Modi. 'Modi' is the agenda of anti-Modi. 'Modi' is the agenda of anti-Modi. 'Modi' is the agenda of anti-Modi. 'Modi' is the agenda of anti-Modi. 'Modi' is the agenda of anti-Modi. 'Modi' is the agenda of anti-Modi. 'Modi' is
we don't have, nor we will have. For us, nation is first, then others, party or anything. For you, party is first. And we know which party you have soft corner to. Friends, this is what I had replied to Mr. Ravish Kumar, Magsaysay Award winner, replying to his bloody post, who used the opportunity of the demise of Mr. Rohit Sardhana to attack Narendra Modi and his ministers. How shameful! How one can be so heartless, do not have remorse in their heart. And what his gang does, those Islamist Safura Zargar, Sharjil Usmani, so much of bad mouthing on a person who has departed. And Mr. Ravish Kumar doesn't have a single word to write about those. Wake up, boy, wake up. Mr. Ravish Kumar, soon your citadel is going to be demolished. Friends, please, even if you don't like this video, even if you don't like my way of talking, even if you don't like to share my videos, please raise the points which I have made in this video in your conversations, wherever you are. Please do it. We need to counter the dangerous narratives which these dangerous people create or run or float. Please, thanks for watching the video. Jai Hind, Vande Mataram.